Welcome to NBA Today. I'm Malika Andrews. 47 days. That's how long it's been since Kevin Durant made his trade request to Nets owner Joe Tsai. And since then, we've heard plenty of twists, plenty of turns. He wants to be in Phoenix. He wants to be in Miami. He's open to Philly. He's open to Boston. Toronto has interest. We've heard a lot. But then dead ends appeared, right? Scotty Barnes reportedly not on the table. DeAndre Ayton off the board after the Suns matched an offer sheet. The Nets, they can't trade for Bam Adebayo or Donovan Mitchell as long as Ben Simmons is on the roster. So our own Brian Windhorst on this very show said that Jaylen Brown so far has been the biggest name actually offered in a package for KD, but that deal, it also hasn't been done, at least not yet. But wait, don't worry. There is more. He'd consider staying, but he wants Sean Marks and Steve Nash out. Like I said, it has been a long 47 days. And then, after one executive reportedly told Mark Stein that Durant was, quote, more apt to retire than play again for Brooklyn, KD took to Twitter and he said this: I know most people will believe unnamed sources over me, but if there's anyone out there that'll listen, I don't plan on retiring anytime soon. This bleep is comical at this point. And what's unclear to me, everybody, is if that sentiment was more like hyperbole about how much Durant wants to be traded or what exactly it was. But what we know is how much Kevin Durant just loves to play and how dominant he still is. So, Kevin, thank you for clearing that up. I really appreciate it. I also wonder, though, as we welcome in senior writer Brian Windhorst, thank you so much for hanging with us, Brian. It feels as though we've never been farther, in a sense, from an actual trade coming to fruition. Is that just my feeling? What do you make of this, Brian?
Yeah, Malika, what's
back here? Guys, there is one day this season that we can bank on no games being played. You'll notice that Election Day, it's Tuesday, November 8th, it will feature 0 games. Instead, all 30 teams, they're going to play the Monday before on a themed civic engagement night, and that's to encourage fans, players, and staff to vote in this year's midterm election. I don't think they've recovered yet. That was the last time we had Mr. Jalen Rose on this show, and we had so much fun. I think we should do it again, because I don't know if you guys know, but it is hashtag NBA Assist Week all over social media.
Here
Are
we
you
go, Jay.
prepared?
Here we go. I'm still getting hateful tweets from
or the baseball player is getting those tweets from Steve.
Right.
Exactly.
All right, so this is what we're going to do.
All right.
Just to get you both in the right frame of mind for this. Make sure that you're not getting anyone twice. Make sure that you're seeing all the good passing. We have a little sizzle reel that some of our producers put together with some of the best dimes in NBA history. Take a look at some of these passers. All right, we got LeBron James. I just wanted to make sure that with these full court passes, with all of this, with AI, that the stage is set, that no one can be forgotten. All right, Mr. Crawford, we see you. VC getting in on the action. I mean, I truly
like that.
I don't know how you guys are going to do this. There have been so many beautiful passes here made by so many different passers. Oh, okay, Michael.
Okay, Macy.
Don't forget about Wagner passed that thing.
Okay,
too.
Sabonis.
I don't know.
Big guys, legend.
But the problem for you two
Joe D.
is that there can only be 5.
Okay.
So with all of this as the backdrop, I think I want to start with Jalen Rose. Starting with number 5, down to number 1. Regular season, it ended on Sunday, and the playoffs, they get started tomorrow here on the ESPN family of networks. So here's today's search trend. It's provided by Google. Searches for WNBA playoff bracket, they spiked 350% in the United States over the last week. And here it is. The WNBA playoff bracket, it is set, and the playoffs, they have a little bit of a new format. So the first round, it'll be a series, all the best of 3 with a 2-1 format, meaning that if the lower seed can win one of the first 2 games, the winner-take-all game will be on their home floor. You got that? All right, so let's take a look at each of the matchups that we're going to see, starting with the Sky against the Liberty. Remember, Chicago, they won 3 of 4 meetings in the regular season, including a 33-point win that was back in May, which was the Sky's largest win of the season. So moving on to the top-seeded Aces, who are also the winners of the Commissioner's Cup earlier this year. They'll be taking on the Phoenix Mercury. Las Vegas, they enter as the favorite to win the title, according to Caesar Sportsbook. I think they're my favorite, too. The Connecticut Sun, they will face the Dallas Wings. Even though the Sun finished third and just a game out of first place, the Wings won 2 of 3 meetings in the regular season, all right? So still, Connecticut, they have the best chance to win the title. That's according to BPI. And lastly, the Seattle Storm, they will match up against the Mystics in what could be Sue Bird's last playoff series. And Brianna Stewart led the league in scoring at just under 22 points per game. And the Storm, they won 2 of 3 meetings against the Mystics this
In the
season.
football uniform,
Where are you putting him?
it's
What
a
position?
wrap.
What position? Don't put him on offense because they're going to hurt him. Don't put him on offense.
But
They gonna hurt
he
him.
looks to me like a quarterback,
receiver.
right? Like kind of like Colin Kaepernick build. Like he could be a quarterback, right?
I'm tripping.
I mean, to be very clear, though, I'm with Jalen Rose, and Anthony Edwards should definitely be the #1 pick. Speaking of the NFL, NFL Live is coming up next. Schedule releases tomorrow. We will see you then on ESPN.